Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand functions in C. So far, we have covered operators, if statements, selection statements like if else, else if, switch statements, and also we have covered iterative statements like for loop, while loop, do while loop, and jump statements. So all these concepts has already been covered in our previous classes, and also we have covered arrays. So all these are every concept is a feature that is available in C. Similarly, we have another feature, a very important feature in C, which is what we call it as functions in C. If you haven't watched our previous videos, please watch those videos and come back here. And every video in our channel is going to be a part of entire course or a playlist. Our suggestion is to follow the entire course so that you can have better understanding of the concepts. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Now, what is a function? What is a function in C and how that functions are helpful? Those concepts we'll try to understand in this class. Functions help to divide a program into small pieces, and they also allow us to avoid duplicating code that is used more than once. So what it means is the functions. So for example, if you are trying to write a big program, so you are trying to write a big program for your college. So what are the different functionalities that are there? We will be having different functionalities like calculating the attendance, calculating the marks, giving the grades. So these are the different functionalities that are available, right? If we try to write the entire program in one single program, in one single main statement, that creates a lot of complexity, right? So one single program means that is going to create a lot of complexity. So in order to avoid that complexity, we got a feature called functions. So what these functions will do is they are going to make that big program into small pieces. We can make that single big program into small pieces by using the concept of functions. Okay, so that is the use of functions. One of the use of the function. The other use is they can also allow us to avoid duplicate code that is used more than once. For example, if you take a program and in that program the same functionality is repeated several times. For that to happen, for example, if you want to add two numbers, and those two numbers addition is done at different levels of the program. So in the same program, at different places, the same code is asked again and again and again and again. So we have to write the same code. The same code that is used to add the two numbers is used at several different steps again and again and again. So this is what we call it as duplicating the code. So such duplication of the codes can be avoided by writing the functions. So let's try to understand the concept, the use of functions by using an example. So very simple example. Let's try to understand it by using that example. So here we are having a main function. This is the main function, and this is where the entire program will, this is the part of the program which will get executed by the compiler. Okay, so now what this program is stating is, here we are before that, for this program we have written a function. So the function name is sum. So how to declare a function, how to call a function, and how to define a function, those concepts we'll try to understand in our later classes. Right now, just try to understand that this is a function. This is a function called sum. Sum is a function, name of the function, and this function is adding two numbers x and y, and that value is getting stored in z, and the value of the z will be returned back to the main function. Okay, this is what the job of this function is. Okay, so now what this program is doing is, here we have taken two variables a and b, and these variables are having different values at different levels of the main program. We want to add the values of a and b here, and also we want to add the values of a and b. Here the values of a and b has been changed, and we would like to add these values again. And similarly, here we are having different values for a and b, and again we want to add these values. So here we are repeatedly doing the same program again and again and again. So what we have to do, we have to add C is equal to A plus B has to be written. The same programming code has to be written in different parts of the programming. This is what we call it as duplication of the code. Even though it is a single line, because our program is very simple, adding two numbers, it is a single line program, but the concept is here we are using the code again and again and again. The duplicate code is used again and again and again. So in order to avoid that, what we have done is, the particular part of the program which we are doing it again and again has to be written in a function. So what we are doing is, here we are adding the values of x and j. So the values of a and b will be transferred to this function. So the point is, will be transferred to this function. So what are those concepts that we will try to understand here? The values of, here we called a function, the sum function has been called with values a and b, and these values of a and b, right now here the values of a and b are 10 and 20. So these values of a and b will be transferred and they will be assigned to x and y, 10 and 20, x and y, and again in this function we are going to add x and y. What is the value of x and y within this function? It is 10 and 20. So we are going to add 10 and 20, and the result will get stored in z, and this z value will be returned back. So what is the z value? 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 will be returned back and it is getting stored in C. And what we are trying to do, we are trying to print the value of C. The value of C is 30. Okay, next line, we have again assigned the values of a and b. The values of a and b has been changed from 10, 20 to 30, 40. Again the same function is called. Okay, again the same function is called with values of a and b as 30 and 40. With the values of a and b as 30 and 40. Again coming here, now the new values of x and y are 30 and 40. So again the same job is done. The sum of 30 and 40, 70 will be returned back where the function is called. Here the function is called, and it is getting returned back, and the result of this function, sum is 70 at this point of time, and it is returned back and it is getting stored in C, and the value of C will get printed. Similarly 50 plus 60, 110 will get printed. Okay, so this is the use of a function. And the other use we have already discussed. If more number of functionalities are there within a single program, what we can do is we can divide those problems, or we can divide those functionalities into small pieces. Whenever required, we can call those functionalities and we can do our work and we can return back. So this is what a function is. We can return back. So understand this terminology. We will clearly understand how to declare a function, how to define a function, how to call a function, how the values will return back. So all these concepts we'll try to understand. Hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding this concept, please post your doubt in the comment section below. If you feel that this video is helpful to you, please give us a like symbol and please share this video with your friends so that they will also get benefited. Thanks for watching.